what is quack-a-lackin'? What's quack-a-lackin'? I am in a really good mood today. I have come about a half-hour drive north of Sioux Falls to the town of Dell Rapids, South Dakota. And this town is absolutely amazing. Now, you want to talk about a historic-looking town that makes you feel like you were on the set of a movie lot. Dell Rapids is exactly that. It's a beautiful town, and it has a really cool history. I don't know the entire history of the town from start to finish, but I do know about a very interesting chapter in this town's history. So I'm going to tell the story of that today over on the Quackers World blog. And yeah, I'm getting a bit of a late start to the day. I forgot to charge my stuff up until I was ready to go. So another late start this week. That's okay. I'm going to get through it. I have some other things toiling around in my mind for distraction, so I've got that to contend with. But I'm going to try to stay on point. Again, the goal right now is to keep forming this habit of doing two different introductions. I always do one before I get started, and I'm about to do that in just a moment. And also to do one at the end after I've filmed everything, so I know what's going to happen in the video. There's no surprises, and I can announce them early. And so I've done that 3 weeks running. All 3 weeks I've done this. I've used the second intro as the one that I went with, so that works out pretty good for me. Ooh, let me spin around so you can see something a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Isn't that beautiful behind me? So that's the plan right now. I just need to get myself jazzed up. I've never been to Dell Rapids before. I've done my reading and my research, so I know a little bit about the history, but I've never actually been here, so I don't know my way around, and I don't know visually what I'm looking for in the places that I want to go to. So what I'm going to do for the moment before I do the first intro, I'm just going to walk around, familiarize myself with the layout of the town, and as I do that, I will take some B-roll shots that I will use throughout the vlog. Basically anything that I think I'm going to mention or know I'm going to mention, I want to capture a shot of it so that I can overlay that as B-roll. That's one thing I've been trying to work on the last few weeks, and I think I've been making progress with it. So that's the objective right now. I'm going to walk around, acclimate myself, get some B-roll, do the first intro, and yeah, we'll just go from there. I'll check in with you along the way. So yeah, Dell Rapids, South Dakota, let's get it. I just wanted to quickly show you guys this building. This building is a Richardsonian Romanesque architecture, which I am becoming very familiar with through the Quackers World channel. A couple of things I can tell you is that corner turret that is only on one side is there intentionally to give this building an asymmetrical appearance, and that this archway in the center is known as a Richardsonian arch. It's a recessed arched entryway into a building. And this building says it's a Smith block constructed in 1888. I may have it documented in my notes. I haven't busted them out yet, so I may know more about this building than I think. But all I know about it today is that it is an apartment building. Imagine you could live in that. If you wanted to move to Dell Rapids, South Dakota, you could live in this Richardsonian Romanesque building from 1888. How amazing is that? So anyway, I haven't done much yet. I walked around up and down the main strip downtown, and I took some random B-roll shots. I probably won't use them all, but it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And I will continue taking more along the way, especially anything I catch myself pointing out. I always back up after the clip and try to get a B-roll. And so I'll definitely be taking more along the way. It took me 3 takes, but I did do the first intro, the one that I probably won't end up even using at all. It took me 3 takes to get it down, but I got that down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find a place where I can pause and get into my notes. I want to reread all of my notes again, start to finish, kind of figure out how I'm going to lay this thing out, and yeah, I'll just figure it out from there. I got some kids coming up on scooters. They might be a little loud. Shh. Okay, so I have done the introduction. I have introduced that the area was first populated in 1868 and incorporated as Dell City, not Dell Rapids, Dell City in 1871, and that was a different town. I told how these German immigrants came in, they started this town, things were good for the first 20 years. And then in 1888, there was a devastating fire. And that's where I've left off at. I feel like I need to show a couple of buildings now because this is not going to be a long story to tell. In fact, I feel like I'm already halfway through it and I haven't even shown any of the town yet. And I have a long list of historic buildings that I really want to showcase in this video. So that's going to be the next step. Ooh, that's so loud. It's so loud. It's South Dakota and it's Sturgis week and there's motorcycles even this far out. So plus it's just nice weather. Even without Sturgis, people be out riding bikes. But I'm going to show a few buildings now real quick. I'm going to stop the story. I'm going to show a few buildings and then after that I'll figure out where I'm going to pick back up. But yeah, I feel a little bit disjointed, but I feel like that a lot of times. And then when I get it all edited out, it's okay. So I'm just going to keep rolling and just get as much as I can. Even if I don't use it all, at least I'll have more to work with. So I think that's going to be the strategy. And wow, yeah. All right, let's go. I'm going to show some of these buildings. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag, man. I just did like endless, like 200 takes of this video building behind me. You can't even see it, but man, it took like 50 takes. Wow, I don't even know if I have any memory left on my phone after all of that. And I'm a little bit worried because I'm running out of story. I've already told that there was a fire, that the whole town was burned, that they rebuilt everything out of stone. And so, I mean, I've still got a lot of historic buildings left that I can show and tell a little bit about. So there's plenty of video left to make in terms of length of content, but there's not so much left in terms of length of story. And that's what I always hate. I need to keep grounded in story. So I got to space myself out and don't run out of story too much. And maybe I can help out with that a little bit in editing. I don't know what's going to happen, but I got to be careful to not run out of story. So I just showed one building and told more of the story while showing the building, which was a mistake. But I'm just going to have to go with it. So I'm going to get out my notes again. Remember, keep these bullet point notes. You don't need a script. You just need bullet point notes. Ooh, man, this backlighting. Anyway, all you need is bullet points, but I refer to them like 200 times, I feel like. So I'm going to find a place to park my butt on one of these benches and I'm going to get out my notes and I'm going to read through them one more time and kind of figure out a game plan. I got to see how much story I have left for one thing, and I want to look at what I have left to cover. I for sure, definitely, I have already briefly mentioned it, but I definitely want to show the stone water tower here in town because that's something that existed in frontier times, especially in areas that had suffered fire, and that's why this one came to be. But this stone water tower that they have in Dell Rapids is the only one remaining in the entire state of South Dakota. So I want to make sure that I show and document that, because I'm just assuming that if it's the only one in the state of South Dakota, there can't be very many in the entire United States. So this is a very rare construction, and I want to make sure that I show it. So anyway, I'm going to park for a minute, park my butt and get out the notes and figure out a plan of action here. I got to see how much story I can incorporate, how many buildings I have left to show. This may be an issue like it was at Pipestone last week, where I had a lot more buildings I wanted to show than what I had time to get to, especially since I got another late start. And I also have to be mindful of video length. And if that's the case, that's the case, because it just gives me a reason to come back again. So I'm okay with that. But wow, I'm worried about running out of steam on my story here. So let me figure out what I'm going to do, and I'll let you guys know how it came together. Oi, 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 oi. All right, I don't even remember where I updated you at last, but I've walked up and down Main Street, the same people who are 4th Avenue. It's not Main Street in Dell Rapids, it's 4th Avenue. I've done walked up and down Dell Rapids, 4th Avenue, back and forth. I've lost count of how many times just filming myself, filming buildings, same people seeing me back and forth over and over, looking like I'm pacing the town. I hope they don't think I'm casing the joint. And I don't know what all I've done. I've filmed a lot of buildings, and I've told all the story of the fire. I've gone through the early reconstruction because a lot of these buildings are from 1888, 1889, and they are the very first buildings as this town came back to life following that fire. So I'm wrapped up with all of that. I am. Week 17 is underway. So I'm done with the fire story. The only thing left really to talk about is the railroads. So there is a bank that was constructed in 1894. So this is after the town has been rebuilt. It's reestablished. And all of this construction of this town really opened up the quarries in this area, and that got the railroad's interest. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that next. I'm going to use this bank from 1894, I believe, to transition that part into the story. And since I'm done with the fire and the reconstruction, and I think I have some time left, I think what I'm going to do is after I show that building, I have to move myself on more into a residential area, because there's also a historic residential area here in Dell Rapids, and it's not large, and I don't know what any of the houses look like, but the only way I'm going to find out is to go, and if I'm going to go find out and see them myself, you better believe I'm going to show them. So that's the plan. I'm going to show this bank, I'm going to talk about the railroads, and then I'm going to go find some of these historic houses and show a few of those, and hopefully that will be enough to carry this video through, and we'll just see how it all comes together, right? Week 17, let's go. Week 17, I love it. I love it. Dell Rapids, South Dakota, Dell Rapids, let's go. I just want to show you guys a shot of this building too. I just featured this on the Quackers World vlog. This is a really old church. There is nothing here that says how old it is, what year it was made, but it just has that medieval European aesthetic to it. And what's really cool is that it's been repurposed. Someone lives here. This is someone's home. Could you imagine that? How incredible that would be. But anyway, I'm up in the residential neighborhood. As you can see, there's a school right here. So I guess that's not so residential, but I'm in the residential neighborhood. It's not too large, and there's not too many grand buildings. I just showed that building. This is a Carnegie Library here. It was constructed in 1910. So I told a little bit about Andrew Carnegie and how the Carnegie Libraries invented the open shelf library system that we use today. And I can see that there is a church. I believe it's a historic Methodist church up on the corner. So I'll probably walk up that way. And I really wanted to capture some houses, but there's not a lot of houses here in this residential neighborhood. So I might fall short on that. And my other challenge is the same as last week. I am running out of daylight. The sun is starting to get really low in the sky, and that has given me some anxiety that I may run out of daylight here. So I've got to hurry up. I've got to find a couple of interesting houses to get on film. Then I have to figure out how I'm going to close this video up. Looks like we have some Packers fans here. Mailbox says Packers. Go Pack, go. So I have to close this thing up before the sun gets too low, so that, again, same struggle as last week, I can have time to do a second introduction, because the second one's usually the best one. So I don't know. I've got to hurry up and get moving. Plus, I had a side quest in mind that I was going to try to do in this week's video that I have not mentioned on either channel, but there is a particular house I plan to go to. And if I'm going to get to it, I got to get moving fast. So, wow, look at these. Okay, I'll show these two homes for sure. I'm going to cut this and skip back over to the Quackers World blog. Look at this. It's beautiful, and it's for sale. Okay, so I got everything done. I got the clothes done. I even did my side quest. It didn't come out the way I was hoping, but I wouldn't know unless I tried. I at least went there, saw the building, photographed it, filmed it, everything. That's all I can do. I can't get the people to come out because, anyway, that's neither here nor there. Don't worry about it. So I've got everything done except I have to get back downtown to do my second intro, and I have to hurry because, as I said, the sun is starting to get low in the sky, and that's going to be a problem because I can't have, if I use the second intro and the sunlight is different than it is in the rest of the video, then that's noticeable. So if I wait too long, I'm going to be locked into using the first one. And there's nothing wrong with the first one. I'm happy with the first one. I could not do the second one and be happy with what I've got. But it's just every time I've done this, the second one has been better. So I do want to at least make an attempt at a second one. Still don't know what I'm going to say, how it's going to turn out. But that's all I've got left to do. Then I'm going to pack up my gear and head back home and start doing the rough edit. And week 17 will be down. I'm so happy with that. You don't understand. I put this off for so long because I would have anxiety about not doing it, but I would have anxiety about doing it because I'm introverted, and you know, it's just hard to get out there and do these things with people looking at you. But I've been doing it, and the people that look are incredibly friendly. You know, they just, if anything, it opens up conversations because they're interested. And now that I've got this streak going, I want to see how far I can push it. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit concerned about what's going to happen during wintertime when it's negative 30, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. But yeah, 17 weeks in a row. 17 weeks in a row. I'm still not any farther ahead on the production queue. If I can, I might try to go somewhere and do a video tomorrow, and that'll put me 1 week ahead. But I keep saying that week after week, and it keeps not happening. So I don't even want to say it anymore at this point. I just, either I'm going to do it or I'm not, right? It's like Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. So that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, anyway, week 17's down. I'm going to hit this intro quick before the sun goes down any longer, and then I'm going to wrap it up and head out of town, split, get out of Dodge, go back to Sioux Falls and start editing this thing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this behind the scenes look at my Dell Rapids video, please do me a huge favor and tap the subscribe button down below. You already know it doesn't cost anything at all, and it does do a lot to help me out with the algorithm. And if you would be interested in seeing the vlog that I made today in Dell Rapids, South Dakota, over for the Quackers World vlog, I will leave a link to that vlog in the pinned comment down below. Please go check it out and let me know what you think about it. Until then, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Quackers out. Let's get it. Retake. Take two. Let's go. Wait for the car. It's so loud. I trusted my mic, but it's a loud vehicle with the dog right in its seat. The dog looked like he was driving. All right. Let's go. I just started babbling there. I had it all locked in. All I had to do was shut up and stop talking. It was all done and locked in. All I had to do was shut up, but I just didn't have the ability. Right. All right. Third time's a charm. Let's go. Take three. Let's get it. Let's go. I was just rolling with it. I was just rolling with it, and then I lost it on one word. That's the difference one word makes. All right. Take two. This area was first blah, blah, blah. Hi, blah, 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 blah. Let's try again. Take two. After that loud muffler gets by. Before I tell you about the fire that changed the course of this town's history, I wanted to show you, oh my days. Wow. All right, retake. I don't even know where to start it back from.